afternoon, ma'am. I am Katrina Laguda. My report is about cartoons. Under Module 4, Lesson 1, Characteristics of Appropriate Instructional Materials in Language Teaching. Before we begin in our discussions, here are the objectives. At the end of these discussions, students are expected to determine the use of cartoons in language teaching, gather information on how to use cartoons, and perform using different cartoon-making software. What is cartoons? In development situation, cartoon is a method of conveying a specific message. There are two types of cartoons: the cartoon picture and the cartoon strip. A cartoon picture is a simple picture of amusing situation. Sometimes, it is a satirical comment on a serious or topical issue. A strip cartoon or a cartoon strip is a framed drawings which tell a story. Both these type of cartoons are used to be found in newspapers, magazines, and leaflets. How are we going to use cartoons? In cartoon pictures, it enables people to discuss sensitive issues and are so useful for teaching and training. In cartoon pictures, you can show your students different pictures and ask them to describe what is in the picture. They may describe or discuss it according to their perceptions. Therefore, their thinking skills will be enhanced. You could also read a storytelling and ask your students to listen carefully. After you read the piece 2 or 3 times, ask your students to draw what they have heard. You can then evaluate how well they understood the piece you read. In cartoon strips, it can be used in teaching sequencing to the students. Here, you can also read a situation and ask your students to write down the events in a sequential pattern. What is the first event, the second, the third, and so on. You can also use frames with different pictures. Cut out each frames and rearrange them so that they are in a wrong order. Group your class into your intended group and ask them to put the frames or the cut pictures frames in a correct order. Before you do this, show your students the correct pattern, sequential pattern of the frames so that it will guide them. The above exercise can also be used in workshop or sessions related to the using a topic related to a workshop or a sessions, as it encourage and discuss team decision making. It can be introduced as an icebreaker. The less obvious the order, the more interactive the process will be, as each student may suggest different answers. It creates an opportunity for each group to explain their answers and defend their positions. The following are some cartoon making software that you may use or let your students use. The first one is the Animaker, second the Pencil 2D, the Synfig, the Inkscape, and the Pixton. That is for my report. I hope that you learned from it. Thank you, everyone.